Mercy Interviews. Our topic today is the South American Revolt. Our first guest is Tupac Amaru.
What's up, homie?
Hello, Tupac. And how are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
I'm doing well. So Mr. Amaru.
I'm Tupac.
Yes. How did you become the leader of all your people?
Well, you see, all my family, they had been killed, and I was the only one left, and I was next in line. And around that same time, a Spanish diplomat was killed, and they blamed me. But you see, I was innocent.
You were innocent?
I was innocent.
It wasn't you.
It was not me. And then, they prepared for war, and they just warned us.
Oh. I see. So, what did the Spanish do after the diplomat was killed?
Well, first they captured and tortured all my people. They tortured some of them so bad they died before they went to the ghettos.
Were you also captured?
I was captured and they converted me and baptized me.
No, you converted and baptized yourself.
Oh. I'm sorry. I'm just a little delusional. This is such a hard story for me to tell.
I'm sorry. It'll be okay.
I converted and baptized myself. And then I was executed. My head was chopped off and they put it on a pike.
A pike?
A pike. And then they worshiped my head.
Who worshipped your head?
The Peruvian people.
Oh. And why did they worship your head?
Because I am a symbol of Peru.
And why were you the symbol of Peru?
I helped abolish forced labor.
Well, let's give a hand
What?
Oh, okay then. Is there something else you'd like to share? It's okay.
And even the famous rapper Tupac was named after me. That's why I dress like him.
That's why you dress like him. Well, let's give a hand for Tupac Amaru.
And Tupac.
And the other Tupac. Yay! Our next guest here on Mercy Interviews is Jose de San Martin. Why don't you tell us about yourself?
Like Bolivar, I was a creole. That means a person of European descent who owned ranches, mines, and haciendas.
Oh, haciendas, yes, of course.
Yes.
So
Sorry,
where were you
my
born?
accent.
Yeah, your accent. Oh.
I was born in Argentina, but I moved to Europe for military training. In 1866, I held win freedom for silly me. I'm just so confused.
You're so silly.
I meant 1816, and there's my dyslexia again. What was I saying?
In 1816,
I helped win freedom for Argentina from Spain. Like Bolivar, I led an army across the Andes to Chile.
What did you do that for?
I was going to defeat the Spanish in Chile. I moved in Peru to keep fighting the Spanish rule. Bolivar and I tried to work in unison, but our opinions differed too greatly. Eventually, in 1822, I, being the good Samaritan I am, stepped aside and let Bolivar win the victories.
Well, thank you, Jose de San Martin.
You are ever so welcome. Oh.
Yeah. And our last guest today here on Mercy Interview is Mr. Bolivar. Thank you, Mr. Bolivar, for coming to the show.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me, Claire.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us all about how you helped with the South American Revolution?
Well, I wanted to win independence from Spain. In 1810, I led a rebellion that established a republic in my native land, Venezuela.
And what happened to that rebellion?
Conservative forces quickly diminished it. For years after, civil war raged in Venezuela and rebels suffered setbacks.
It raged. What kind of setbacks do you mean?
Well, I, for example, was forced into exile to the island of Haiti 2 times.
2 times.
I synthesized a plan. My army marched across the Andes Mountains and attacked the Spanish pagoda, which... What?
Pagoda.
And which was the capital of Granada, which is now present-day Colombia. By 1812, I was successful in trading many countries.
And which countries would those be?
Caracas, Venezuela, Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia. Then I joined forces with Jose de San Martin, another great South American leader.
Oh, and when did these wars end?
The Wars of Independence ended by 1824, and I wanted to unite the lands he had freed into a single nation. What?
I'm confused. I thought you freed those lands. Do you mean to say that Jose de San Martin helped you?
No, yes, he did.
Oh, that's very nice of him.
I'm sorry, yeah.
And what were you planning to do with the lands that you freed?
I wanted to call it Grand Colombia.
You mean that you wanted to join them together into one massive country?
Yeah, that's why it's Grand Colombia.
Oh, and why didn't you do that?
Rivalries made it impossible, and Grand Colombia split into 3 independent countries.
And which countries would those be nowadays?
Venezuela, Ecuador, and Colombia.
Well, thank you for coming on to the show, Ms.
My pleasure.
Yes. Thank you very much. Join us next time here on Mercy Interviews. That's all for today.